A visual ideograph is defined by a set of beliefs, norms, and assumptions that create a worldview. This can literally be interpreted as the study or science of ideas. Visual ideographs are categorized into four major characteristics. The first characteristic used to define a visual ideograph is that the image is misleading. According to Karl Marx, this is a false consciousness, or a false manipulative political idea used to control people and societies. The second characteristic used to define a visual ideograph is that there must be a pre-existing cultural agreement. This means the image conveys a message that is culturally resident and is usually a learned behavior. This behavior can also be described as common sense, or an unexamined assumption that is made by people of a specific culture. The third characteristic used to define a visual ideograph is the idea that the message is hidden or obscure. The idea of a hidden or obscure message in visual ideograph forces the definition of ideology to be defined. Ideology can be described as something that is normal, natural, and essential. The message conveyed in a visual ideograph may seem natural, but it can often contain a hidden and obscure message when considering the ideas that these normal things are visually communicating. The last characteristic used when defining a visual ideograph is that a visual ideograph is descriptive and prescriptive. This part of visual ideograph examines an ideal world, descriptive, and also a plan to achieve that ideal world, prescriptive. Two images that meet all the guidelines for a visual ideograph are a picture of a bald eagle, defined as a white-headed North American eagle, and a picture of Santa Claus, defined as an imaginary friend said to bring presents for children at Christmas. These two images were then shown to Taylor and Garth. Both men were then asked to say the first thing that came to their mind when seeing each image.
Right, well, that's obviously America. Bald eagle, which is the symbol for the United States.
Awesome. And why do you think that?
Well, that's our national bird, so naturally, national bird equals America.
I think America.
America? Why do you think America?
Well, because it's all over the place.
All over the place?
It's on the dollar bill, it's on everything.
Well, that is the good old American Santa Claus. I think of Christmas, and I think of good times, and especially that Santa Claus, I think of my grandma because it's kind of vintage. You know, he brings toys to kids, and everyone loves toys.
That is Santa Claus.
Right. And what do you think of when you see Santa Claus?
Christmas.
Christmas. Why do you think Christmas?
Well, he is Father Christmas. He's the guy who brings presents to all the little kids.
Both men immediately said America when seeing a picture of a bald eagle. America, by definition, is a landmass in the Western Hemisphere that contains the continents of North America, South America, joined by the Isthmus of Panama. It is also defined as being the used name for the United States. By definition, America and a bald eagle have nothing in common. Taylor and Garth both backed up this correlation by saying the bald eagle is the national bird of the United States, which creates a connection between the two. Seeing the picture of Santa Claus, Taylor and Garth both said the image makes them think of Christmas. Christmas is defined as the annual Christian festival celebrating Christ's birth, held on December 25th. The celebration of Christmas is because of the birth of Jesus Christ, and by definition has nothing to do with Santa Claus. Visual ideographs are easily recognizable, applicable to multiple contexts, establish and legitimize ideology visually, and are culturally resonant images used to support ideological worldviews. Taylor and Garth proved that a video ideograph is all of these things by communicating what each image represents to them and describing why. Taylor and Garth represent each characteristic of a visual ideograph.